Hey guys, and welcome back to another Unfiltered Gamer board game review. This day up on the tabletop, another Kickstarter game for our Kickstarter series, our 5th game featured. It is a 2 to 5 player game made by Spyglass Games. Takes about 30 minutes and it is for 13 and up. That game is called Hunting Sasquach. Hunting Sasquach is a die rolling game similar to Yahtzee and games like Elder Sign. I think you're probably going to get a kick out of it, but let's go ahead and check it out and see what you guys think. In Hunting Sasquach, players take on the role of hunters from all walks of life, searching all over North America for the elusive creature known as Sasquach. However, during the hunter's search, they encounter creatures of all sorts, and safety is never guaranteed. Try to stay alive and collect evidence that Sasquach does indeed exist, all while successfully reaching the locations where he has been sighted. In Hunting Sasquach, you have 3 sets of cards. 1 being the location, 2 being the hunters, and 3 being the exclusive Kickstarter cards featured called the Hunter's Arsenal cards. I'll explain more about that in a second. The first thing we're going to do is set out the hunter location cards. The number of location stacks is based on the number of hunters in play, or players. So, for this instance, we'll have a 3-player game, and we'll place out 3 hunter location sets. In addition to the hunter location cards, each player will also get a hunter. These hunters are all different in nature in that they all have their own ability and all affect the way the game plays. After each location has been placed and each player has received a hunter card, then the game begins. The first player will then look down at the locations and choose a location. Provided that location is not the same color as his hunter card, then the player can begin to just try and successfully accomplish his mission. The hunter has selected Graceland, Tennessee to become his location to achieve his victory conditions. So he will then choose the amount of dice appropriate to how he thinks the task will need to be completed, and he will roll them. After he rolls his dice, he will compare the die equivalent to the victory conditions and the death conditions. And if he's able to complete the victory conditions, he will win the victory points associated with the card. If he's not, he will then select his trap die, he will roll it, and see what he gets. If he gets this horseshoe, that means he gets to roll his die again, the ones he has not placed on the board, and try and complete the victory condition. If he succeeds, he gets the card. However, if he were to roll maybe the death symbol, which were the cameras, then he would lose. The death symbol, the cameras are always going to be the ones that are looked at first. If you accomplish both the victory and the death symbols, the death goes through. However, if he was going to roll the trap die, he would instead do what the trap says. Each location has a specific trap, and each trap does something different. Sometimes it will lock die for your next round, and sometimes you might lose a turn. The victory conditions are also different. Depending on how difficult the card is, or the location card is, or how easy the location card is, will determine how many victory points you get. Each location is also associated with a symbol. Those symbols, if you collect them uniquely, will give you a specific symbol point. Maybe it'll be a piece of dung, maybe it might be a magnifying glass or a camera. Those are with 2 victory points at the end of the game. If you complete 2 of the same location with the same symbol, maybe 2 pieces of dung, for instance, then you will have to basically only keep 1 of those symbols, only giving you 2 points as opposed to 4. As stated previously, when rolling die, and you have these specific tokens, when you roll these die, the first thing you need to do is place all the die that correspond to that specific symbol. These are these little trap tokens here, and they will not count for that roll. You basically lose them. And these are what we have to work with. However, if you collect these symbols here without the cross mark on them, these are what happens when you get these specific location cards. For instance, this is the book, you would acquire this book, and that would give you those 2 points. Sometimes traps will also come with these specific symbols. These symbols are pretty cool. They're basically little bonuses that will let you either re-roll your die or ignore maybe a trap symbol from occurring. Hunter death is fairly interesting. So, if this hunter were to pick this specific location, and he rolled the die, and managed to get these 2 magnifying glass symbols, his hunter would die. This hunter would go into the discard pile, he would then select a new hunter, and with the new Kickstarter exclusive Hunter's Arsenal, he would select 2 of these Hunter Arsenal cards, look at them, choose one, place it down, and discard the other one. All in all, Hunting Sasquach is a fairly easy to learn and fun game. It's very, very simple. You basically roll die and pray you get the victory conditions. Sometimes you do, most of the time you don't. When enough of your hunters die, that's it, game over, count up your victory points and see who wins. Well, what do I think about the game? Is it fun? Is it interesting? What does it lack? What does it need? Let's find out. The game's got a lot of luck. That's no lie. You roll die and you pray. That's the main aspect of this game. But Elder Sign does it, Yahtzee does it, and those games will live on throughout the ages. Will this one? I think it's pretty good. I think you'll enjoy it if you like those kind of dice roll luck games. And the fact that you can actually lose on a specific card, get the trap that you may or may not want, it'll give you those negative camera, negative dung symbols, and then when you roll those symbols on a separate location where you actually don't want those symbols, it'll negate those symbols and stop you from dying, which is cool. Now the problem is, you're not really penalized for dying. I think they should include losing points when you die, because that would then make people not want to die as much, as opposed to just the game being over. The game's colorful, there's tons and tons of theme in this game. You really do feel like you're trying to find Sasquatch by going to all these different specific locations, and rolling just makes you feel like you're that one step closer to victory, one step closer to finding him. I think people are pretty much gonna be drawn to this game just on the artwork alone, and if not for the fun dice chucking, praying, luck aspect of it all, fairly fun, fairly good. I would definitely recommend it. You should definitely check out their Kickstarter campaign, Hunting Sasquatch by Spyglass Games. Alright guys, a big thank you to Spyglass Games. Let me check this one out. The Hunter Arsenal cards are definitely interesting. It's really fun dying and achieving these cards that are going to basically help you achieve the next location. You almost kind of want to die, for instance, because you really want these cards that'll help you out next time because they're so useful. So penalize people for dying. That's my advice there. If you like this video, guys, go to unfilteredgamer.com, check out our website, check out more videos on our YouTube channel right here, and we thank you very much for watching. If you haven't checked out our giveaway here, you can go to unfilteredgamer.com/giveaway and events and check them out. You've got the Next Great American Game, and you have the Labyrinth and a bunch of Magic the Gathering cards. 2 different giveaways, pretty fun, pretty cool. I'd also recommend you checking out the giveawaygeek.com. He's got tons of giveaways on there, as well as everythingboardgames.com. Both great giveaway sites, full of content, full of reviews. Check them out if you enjoyed that kind of stuff. Well, you're here, so you probably would. Alright guys, I look forward to seeing you guys on our next Kickstarter review, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Of all sorts, and safety is never a guarantee. Try to stay alive and collect evidence that Sasquatch doesn't sets of cards plus the exclusive Kickstarter stretch. And this hunter is green. That's okay, no problem. He'll roll his hunter die, and then he will attempt to solve his. Damn it! That's too much wording. I need to cut that down.